Alrighty, we're hooked onto the trailer because we are gonna go and get the track steer. Hopefully this handy dandy camera mount will last all the way up there.
Yeah, no.
It did the other day. Okay, so we're just getting back from town and picking this thing up. It is no longer injecting coolant into the depth system like it was when we first picked it up. So get it off the trailer here and go over it a little bit. We have affectionately named it Wally. Dodge raindrops here for a second. So this is the New-Holland C334. It's exactly like the one we had last year, only the one we had last year was set up for high flow auxiliary hydraulics, which means it had a whole nother set of stuff over here like that, so you could run things like forestry mulchers and that kind of thing. And at some point in time we might look at getting into a service like that, but not right now. So it's typical New-Holland. Got the door opens this way. You know, one thing I wish New-Holland would do is get the door that excavator style, so that you can get out if the machine's dead. This has actually got a new down over here. That little red button's actually so that you can lower the front end loader if the machine dies, so that you can attempt to get out. But I've known a few people that to get out, what they've had to do is smack out the back window to get out, and then they're on the phone with New-Holland. Why are we choosing New-Holland over Cat? Well, for one, this is here. The dealership is easier to get to than the Cat dealership for us. You gotta run clear to Spokane to get to the nearest Cat dealership. This dealer is just up the road in Kettle Falls, and they're a really good dealer. They loaned it out to the Forest Service, and their Forest Service qualified track steer operator panicked against a stump apparently and ran around with the track half on half off for a little bit. So engine compartment's pretty easy to get to. You just open this up, pull that. Pretty much the same as everybody else. Def's right there, hydraulic fluid's there, fuel's over here and the coolant. Check the engine oil, disconnect. One of the problems that it had was the dosing nozzle for the DEF system was malfunctioning, and it was allowing coolant in with the DEF when it was spraying into the diesel particulate filter and all that. So the sensors did their job, is shut the machine down before it really caused any catastrophic danger. That was all on the manufacturer. And yeah, got a little compartment right there so you can get in and work on what you need to. They're all the same. I mean, you boil it down, in my opinion. The New-Hollands are a little bit more jerky on their hydraulics and go forward, go backward than the Cat, but they're also a lot cheaper. You know, people are going to be like, well, you should have got a Cat or you should have got a Deere. It doesn't matter who you get. They're all going to have their problems. And I found with the New-Hollands, if you just run around with the speed cut down to snail mode, you can do the same work as them. The New-Hollands, though, I will say, have a lot more just brunt power than the Cats. I was running a Cat 299 last year on a job. I didn't get any video of it. And that Cat 299, which is a bigger horsepower machine than this, actually was on the same plane as this machine, being smaller and everything. This machine could keep up with that 299 pretty easily. So for what we're looking at doing this year, and just kind of honing in on driveway repair and small jobs, I think that this will be a money maker for us. The one thing I really wish it did have, like Cat does, is the cab is mounted on rubber bushings, rubber grommets, so it's a lot smoother, as well as the Cat's front idler it's not fixed like a bulldozer. It's actually got a rocker on it, so that it can travel a little bit and take up a little bit more of the take a little bit of the roughness out of the ride. Cat also doesn't have this gap right here, which that's an ankle getter if you're getting out in a hurry. Cat is pretty well connected all the way, but that's okay. New-Holland's good too. You can get in the cab and check it out. So after being in the Cat and the Deeres and being in the New-Hollands, I like the way the New-Hollands cab's laid out a lot better. everything's just a little bit more ergonomic. I really like their screen. It's right there, tells you everything you need to know. You know, this is standard operating, all that. You got your turn signals. Yes, this thing's got turn signals on it. You can't miss the push to operate button, headlights and all that. You got auxiliary functions over here. You got auxiliary functions over here, as well as your go fast button. You got your float button and park button. You got triggers for more auxiliaries. Climate controls all right here. These things have an awesome air conditioning system in them. You know, windshield wipers, self-leveling bucket, auto, keep the bucket level when you're going. High flow, high pressure. Snail mode. I run in snail mode quite a bit when I'm running one of these, just because this thing's slow is equal to cat's fast. So, and then you got unlock, lock, all that. That unlocks the bucket out there, and you know, that little indicator there for when you're wanting to go fast, you know. So to get it to operate, you just push that button, and it engages it into go. And it's got Bluetooth radio, as well as it is also Sirius XM ready. So I can run my Sirius satellite radio account in here. I'm jammed to some tunes. And it's also got this little button right here. It's got a heated seat. So to get it off, it's also got the giddy up and go port there. They left the freaking plug-in port undone, so I'm gonna have to do that. If I remember correctly. So on the Cat, that operates like it's a decelerator. Tells you what your RPMs are. We're running 2,500 right there. So I'm gonna push the go button. That little light indicates we can pick the bucket up. Now you can see what's behind me. Back out here on the street so I'm not tearing up the lawn. Try not to knock over the telephone pole. The neighbor's almost dead. It's got a lot more vibration sound to it than the other machines do, and that's mostly because of the tracks. That's because of the tracks being on a hard surface. That's that. I will say, I've ran Bobcat, I've ran Case, I've ran 3 different styles of New-Hollands. I've ran Cat, and I've ran Takeuchi, and I've ran a Kubota. And as far as that list for me, New-Holland and Cat are right up there at the top. I'd say followed very much behind by Takeuchi. Takeuchi makes a solid track steer. Yes, this thing ticks when you shut it off for a while. It almost sounds like it's going to blow up. Like I said, Cat, I like how smooth they are. They're very good to grade with. Their hydraulics are very smooth. New-Holland, where they lack in the hydraulics, and being smooth, they make up for in power and putting the power to the ground. And Takeuchi, I actually think Takeuchi is kind of the mixture of the two. So those are my top 3. It's hard to pick between any one of them. And I'm not getting paid by New-Holland to say this at all. I'm not big cheese enough in the YouTube world to be able to get paid for saying anything. So